Hi, my name is Danielle and welcome to Black and Unique Creations channel. Today I will be doing a tutorial on how I do my neutral makeup application. And the reason I say how I do as opposed to how to is because I think that makeup is art. So like every technique has, its value. So there's like not just one way to do makeup. So I feel that if you do it, if information is valuable and you use it and it works, there you go. So with that being said, stay tuned. Okay, so I like to start off with a moisturizer, and this is by Queen Helen. It's been around for eons. I use it on my face because it's light. I have combination skin, oily and dry. It naturally protects the skin from the sun and the wind. So apply a little bit on my hand, rub it in, and I'm good to go with that. And you should be using a moisturizer with SPF at all times. My next step is to apply my Yes 2 Carats Eye Soothing Cream. And it works during the day if I apply this under my makeup. I also use it at night. It has organic ingredients in it. And it helps with the dark circles and puffiness and things like that. So I try to make this a part of my routine, but I don't use it every single time, but I try to, because it will help me in the long run. So I do that for both eyes, and I let it dry for about 2 minutes before I start applying my makeup. Next, I use my Kiss Ultra Color Stick Foundation / Concealer, and it is a cream consistency. I like to try all types of concealers, but this one seems to work pretty well. Gives me the coverage I'm looking for without me having to use a lot. So I apply a little bit under each eye, about 1 layer, just enough to cover my imperfections. And then I use my Maybelline New York powder foundation. It's a mineral powder. And this is about my skin tone. It gives me a warm color. And that's the reason why I use a warm color as opposed to a neutral color for my foundation. I try not to interact under my eyes too much because I like the highlighted look under my eyes. I like my eyes to appear brighter. I'm going to buff that in very well. Very important to buff this in very well for it to look natural. Then I take my pressed powder and I'm going to use that to set the concealer under my eyes. And this is about the same color as my undertone. I use my powder brush. And I'm going to dip it into the pressed powder compact. And apply a little bit at a time under my eyes where the concealer was applied. And any time that you're going to be using a liquid or a cream, you want to set it with powder, whether it's translucent or it has pigment. And I'm doing the same thing for both eyes. But it's still going to give me a lighter look around my eye area. And I also like to bring that up over my eyelids as well. I repeat this step again. And it doesn't hurt because I'm not applying a whole bunch of product. I like the ultimate coverage under my eye. That is the main area where I like my eyes, where I like my imperfections to be, flawless. Because the first place you start looking old is under your eyes and around your eyes. So I've already applied my eyebrows. I didn't go into depth in this video, but what I used is an eyebrow pencil in dark brown. Yeah, I know, it's terrible. But yeah, I used eyebrow pencil. Also an angled concealer brush with my Super Stay concealer, which is about a full shade lighter, maybe a shade and a half lighter than my actual skin color. And I want to use a shade lighter, or a half a shade lighter, or maybe even 2 shades lighter to define my eyebrows. And I've already done my left brow. As you can see the difference. And I'm going to show you briefly how I do my right. Gently applying the concealer under my brow just to clean it up very precisely. And you really want to rub, or pat rather, that concealer in really good so it won't lay on top of the skin. You want it to blend. And also I like to use my fingers to blend as well, because I feel that the fingers are your best tools. But it's good to use utensils like brushes and applicators because they don't hold as much oil as your fingers do. And I pretty much do the same for the outer portion of my brows to define it. I just take a little bit on the applicator brush and just kind of apply it on top. Next, I applied my brow defining powder. I'm doing something different with my camera, you guys, so excuse me if I'm testing it out a little bit. And that is in color taupe. And taupe is a very, very fair brown. It's not necessarily dark, and it's not necessarily a light brown. It's just like a very neutral type brown. And that takes away the heaviness of the color of the pencil, if that makes any sense. And I used that with my brow applicator brush, my angled brow brush, and just smooth that in. And then I took my brow sculpting gel and went over my eyebrows, and that removes the excess product from the eyebrows, and also sets in your eyebrows so it won't come off. And that is the ultimate look for that. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is show you my poor little compact palette, which comes with 2 face powders and 2 blush powders, and also lip colors. But lip colors are hideous to me. This came in a Profusion makeup kit that I got from Walgreens, and yeah, I didn't really care for those colors. So what I did is I put plastic around it and just used what I wanted to use. I am a recyclist, so I don't believe in throwing stuff away if it's still valuable. So what I'm going to do is take my fluffy eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to take a face powder that is a very medium brown and shadow my eyelids. Now, you have ways of shadowing your eyelids without using different colors. So since this is a neutral look, I'm shadowing my eyelids with a medium brown. and it gives it that natural shadow. You don't want to go into the arch. Just stay on the inner part of your eyebrows and the outer part of your eyelids. You want the arch to stay highlighted. And just blend that in very well. And that's what you get. You can kind of see the shadow. It's very natural, nothing drastic. Same eyeshadow brush. I'm going to take that and dip it into my Maybelline Fit powder again and go on the outer portions of my brow just to cancel out some of that concealer. You don't want like a big white shadow around your eyebrows. I see a lot of that going on sometimes, and I'm just like, you can get rid of that easily and still have a highlight around your brows, but it shouldn't look like a shadow. If you can see, it's all blended in. Okay. Then I take my blusher brush, I'll take my eyebrow pencil, and I'm going to go over my lash line and create a little bit of a bolder look on my bottom lash line because I am wearing false lashes. And I do have a slideshow of my semi-individual lashes as well. You can check that out. But these are semi-individual perma lashes. And since my eyelashes are so bold, I need to match up my bottom lashes as well. The key is you want to make everything even. You want everything to be congruent. After that, I'm going to take a clear mascara and I'm going to go over my bottom lashes to blend it all in. And I'm just going to go slightly over it and do the same thing on the top of my lashes as well. You can see the difference now that I have some eyeliner on the bottom lid. Makes my eyes pop a little more. Now what I'm going to do is take my blusher brush and I'm going to apply a very fair pink blush. And as you can see, there are different colors, but I kind of just go over all of them to create like this fair pinkish tone, shimmery tone. And I go over my cheekbones with that. Not a lot, just to give it some pigment there, some definition. And I do that on both sides. Now I'm going to use Femme Contour Baked Bronzer. And these colors are highlighted for highlighting. You can see all the colors in there from bronze to gold. Very pretty colors. And I use that for highlighting my face. I start off with the forehead. Buff that in really good. And this really gives me a glow as opposed to a shine. And I go over my peak points, which is my forehead, nose, cheeks, and my chin. And you just want to lightly pat that on, And you're using a feather blusher brush, so it's not really caking anything on. The lighter the brush, the lighter the application. And I just bring that on down to my neck. And to finish it off, I like to use Beeswax by Absolute. It's a cheap version of beeswax. It works well. Beautiful colors. I got this from my local beauty supply store. I have several colors in Absolute. I love that lip gloss line. As you can see, the color is very pigmented. It's a neutral color. And I just love lip gloss. I have lipsticks as well, but lip gloss is my favorite. And I'm just going with a nude lip gloss because of my neutral makeup look. But you can also opt to go through a colored lip or pink lip or something like that. But I just chose to use a nude color. And I also like to use a lip balm under my lip gloss, but I've already had lip balm on. So, and a tip is it helps the lip gloss stay longer when you use a chapstick or a lip balm under your lipstick or lip gloss. Okay. Alright, you guys, that is the ultimate look for today. I'll have photos at the end. So, until we meet again, bye.